This is a Fox News alert. The Commerce Department just releasing its second quarter GDP, revealing it dropped 0.1%, which 0.9%, sorry, 0.9%, almost 1%, which means we would be in a recession.
That's right. It, Ainsley, is the second straight quarter the GDP has dropped, traditionally marking a recession, which the White House has been trying to redefine ahead of this number that shows a
There are a few ways to know if the economy is entering a recession, and a lot of those signs can seem really contradictory and confusing right now. To start, we know that the economy shrank in the second quarter, just like it did in the first quarter. And usually, 6 consecutive months of the economy shrinking would tell us that we're in a recession. But there are other signs in the economy that are showing signs of strength. The job market is still growing, people are still spending, and it's unclear when exactly we would know that the economy tipped into a recession, if that happened. At the same time, inflation is really high, and in order for policymakers to get control of it, they might have to slow the economy down so much that the risk of a recession gets even nearer. Officially, we won't know if we're in a recession for a couple of months, but right now, that's a bit of a snapshot of where things stand.
The U.S. Federal Reserve on Wednesday imposed another 75 basis point rate hike, the largest back-to-back rate increase in decades, in a bid to tamp down rampant inflation. The Fed has already hiked interest rates by 225 basis points since March this year, and is set to continue its aggressive path, which raises risks for a possible recession and brings negative effects to emerging markets.
Are developing countries at the mercy of the dollar? Absolutely. It's a tragic reality that some economies have more options than do this world's smaller economies. And that is essentially true by definition. That's what we mean when we talk about the different sizes and different levels of monetary power that different countries have. It is hard to be a developing country, just as it's hard to be a person who is poor.
The strong dollar hurts developed nations. The dollar,
a recession or not, that doesn't change the way people feel.
So are we in a recession? Dr. Vanderhart's answer is it's really hard to officially say right now, but there is a group of 8 men who have the job of declaring a recession, Tony. That is the National Bureau of Economic Research.
I didn't realize that. 8 men in charge of the whole thing.
8 economists.
All right, so explain to us the factors that the group looks at when they potentially declare a recession.
And there are several. GDP is one of them, and we have seen it decline in the last 2 quarters. That certainly is happening right now. But there's a lot more to it than just that. We're looking at declining incomes, which we haven't seen. A decline in consumer spending, which we are starting to see. We have not seen a decline in manufacturing. Also, not seeing rising unemployment, still near 50-year lows.
Got it. So we've got 3 no's and